Praise the Lord. Good morning. Just sitting here. Happy Saturday morning. Wow, a day off. I've worked several Saturdays, and I'm not complaining. I tell my son all the time, you don't get paid by the complaint. You get paid by the hour. If you got paid by the complaint, you wouldn't have any money at all. You would be bankrupt. And he laughed. So just sitting here, just not locked in, not snowed in, but exercising my right to listen to science, exercising my right to listen with intent to do, exercising my right to protect my health and well-being, as well as strangers, people I know, friends, neighbors, countrymen, or just people in passing. What I've learned about COVID is that if you had patience before COVID, you will have patience during COVID. I've learned if you didn't have patience before COVID, my mom used to say, you better get you some patience before you become a patient. If you were mean before COVID, and if you're not working on it or haven't worked on it, you're going to be meaner during COVID. If you were nasty and disrespectful before COVID, and you haven't worked on it up until this point, see, the mask will help us health-wise and protect us health-wise. But what about your heart, your mind, your nasty attitude, your demeanor, your responses? Some people, a lot of us act. Some of us underact. A lot of us overreact. You know, we have sayings of commission and omission. Things we've done and things we fail to act on as I leave this beat. But a lot of people are going to separate. A lot of people are separated in their homes and houses, apartments, and condos now. A lot of people are planning their great escape. A lot of people have already planned and hoping. A lot of people are going to absolutely divorce and separate because they have gotten to know. They have learned that everything that glitter ain't gold. As I leave this be. This is no advocating of separation or advocating of estrangement or advocating of divorce. A lot of people have put divorce, separation, estrangement on layaway because of their behavior, conduct, and speech. In the Greek, it's called koinoneo, when your conduct, speech, and lifestyle line up like the front and back sights of a M16. But a lot of people, not a lot of insects, not a lot of amphibians, not a lot of crocodiles, not a lot of whales or orcas or dolphins are going to absolutely separate. Why? Because COVID has given, well, God has given mankind a timeout. He has taken his invisible finger and just touched the spinning globe. He's given Atlas a break. He's touched the spinning globe and given mankind, womankind, humankind a universal timeout. All this hate, racism, bigotry, infaction, fighting, murder. It's pandemic. There's an epidemic of hate and a pandemic of evil, and they have not collided. They have wrapped around each other like that gadunk that you see at the apothecary or Walgreens or at the pharmacy, and they have intertwined and they have wrapped up, and it's not even a two-headed monster. As I leave this alone. But a lot of people have purposely been mistreating their husbands and wives and purposely talking to their significant other, the other half. A lot of human beings have purposely been mistreating their husbands and wives many, many, many moons and suns and sunsets and sunrises way before COVID appeared or manifested itself. So, separation. divorce, depression, demise, court battles, mental problems, psychological problems, emotional problems. All of that has met. And see, when you've been mistreating someone for years and years and years, and you've got conditioned to talking to that man or talking to that woman or talking to your husband or talking to your wife or talking to your boyfriend or talking to your girlfriend, your baby mama, your baby daddy, your partner, got to cover the whole gambit. It's not going to change overnight. It may change on the day. It may change in the night. But it's not going to change overnight. Rome was completed and built and completed on a day. It wasn't built and completed within a day, as I leave this alone. But so many of us have, of you, and I'm certain of this, have had to get to know who you're married to. What am I married to? You had to talk to that man or woman who's home now. I remember I used to have this running joke when I was at AT&T and Martin Marietta, how we would laugh and joke when our spouses, I was married at the time, would be at home at the same time. How you would be off on the same day. It was just horrible as I leave this alone. But this COVID has given mankind not a lockdown, but it's a time of reflection. We look at ourselves now. We look at ourselves then. Look how far God has brought us. Look what God has done. Have you changed? I know I have, and I'm grateful. Are you changing? I'm changing more and more each and every day. The TV has changed. The telephone has changed. The automobile, the airplane, technology, the air conditioner, the walkie-talkie, the radio, everything has changed. But it appears that mankind, certain of us, refuse to change. And it's just so deep how so many of us are finally getting to know what we thought was gold because it glittered. It's not gold at all. It's 23 karat gold. And it's tarnishing the mind and heart and the family and the children and the relationship betwixt all of us. If you were nice before COVID, you'll lean on that niceness. If you were mean before COVID, you're going to depend on that meanness. If you were disrespectful before COVID, it might go ahead and rot you out on the inside as I leave this alone. But it's true. You finally got to talk to her. You finally got to talk to him. If you've been cussing and screaming and yelling at one another before COVID and you haven't worked on it, your marriage, your mind, your heart, your future, your loved ones, your husband, your wife, all are in trouble. Some of us are going to add 2 letters to husband and 2 letters to wife. It's going to be ex-husband and ex-wife. Some of us have added EX to friend, and because we think that because we get in a situation, a friend will help us. But I've discovered it's not if the friend has the means to help you. It's if the person has the heart to help you. And did God send them? As I leave this alone. But so many of you, so many of us, and I'm certain of this, have met our own demise because of our demeanor, misdemeanor and misdemeanor. You're getting meaner and meaner. And God has given us this time of reflection to see how far he's brought us. Look what he's done. He's trying to show us, hey, there's room for improvement. He's saying, hey, humankind needs to straighten up because COVID is Christ. Only victorious in death. And so many of us have killed everything that we thought we had because we didn't change before COVID. We haven't changed during COVID. And it's a grand possibility you won't change after COVID. I beg your change. And I beseech you to change. God bless you. God keep you. It's my prayer. God has given mankind a huge time out. Change. There's still time. Peace.